What if I told you that the Bible we know today once lived in a much larger world? A world filled with other scrolls, other writings, other ancient books. Some honored, some debated, some cherished, and some forgotten. Books quoted by prophets, books used by early believers, books hidden in deserts, sealed in caves, or preserved in monasteries far from the eyes of history. And what if I also told you that many of these books still exist today? Welcome to Lost Books Archive, your doorway into the forgotten pages of sacred history. Before we begin this journey together, I want to speak from the heart. What you'll find on this channel is not meant to shake your faith, question your relationship with God, or replace the Bible you hold today. What we explore here is meant to enhance, not weaken, to illuminate, not confuse, to deepen, not destroy. Our mission is simple: to understand the world behind Scripture by exploring the writings that surrounded it. Because the more we understand history, the more meaningful the Bible becomes. This channel is a journey through scrolls that disappeared, manuscripts rediscovered, and writings that shaped the spiritual world of ancient Judaism and early Christianity. If you are someone who loves the Bible, who loves mystery, who loves uncovering what was forgotten, then you've just found your home. Throughout history, the Bible references other books that did not make it into the canon we have today. Books like the Book of Jasher, the Book of the Wars of the Lord, the Book of Nathan the Prophet, the Book of Gad the Seer, the Book of Edo, and even letters written by the Apostle Paul that have never been found. Scripture itself tells us they existed, but where are they now? Why were they lost? What stories did they contain? And how did they shape the writings that did survive? Here on Lost Books Archive, we open those doors. We also explore the Apocrypha, the ancient Jewish books accepted by some Christian traditions, but not by others. Texts like Tobit, Judith, Sirach, Baruch, the Maccabees, the additions to Esther and Daniel, and the Prayer of Manasseh. These writings were read for centuries. Some were included in early Bibles, some were removed later. Why did some churches keep them? Why did others not? What wisdom lies within their pages? Together we will read, explore, and understand. But the journey does not end there. We go deeper into the Pseudepigrapha, a collection of ancient texts attributed to biblical figures, but written outside the canonical tradition. The Book of Enoch, the Book of Jubilees, the Apocalypse of Abraham, the Ascension of Isaiah, the Testament of Solomon, the Testaments of the 12 Patriarchs, and more. These books reveal heavenly visions, angelic realms, prophetic mysteries, the origins of evil, and stories of creation you may have never heard. Some were treasured by early believers, others sparked controversy. All of them are fascinating windows into the ancient world. And then, we go into the caves. In 1947, a young shepherd boy threw a stone into a cave at Qumran and heard the sound of breaking pottery. What he discovered would change human history. The Dead Sea Scrolls, thousands of fragments of ancient Jewish writings, suddenly emerged into the modern world. Inside them were the oldest biblical manuscripts ever found, along with lost writings like the Book of Giants, the War Scroll, the Thanksgiving hymns, the Community Rule, and commentaries that reveal how ancient people interpreted Scripture. On this channel, we explore every one of them, piece by piece, story by story, line by line. But our archive continues even further. Christianity did not begin with a bound Bible. For hundreds of years, early believers read letters, scrolls, teachings, and writings that shaped the foundations of the faith. Books like the Didache, the Shepherd of Hermas, the Epistle of Barnabas, the Proto-Evangelium of James, the Gospel of the Hebrews, and early infancy Gospels. What did the first Christians believe? What did they debate? What did they accept? And what did they reject? These writings hold clues. Some were nearly included in the Bible. Some were honored as valuable reading. Some were preserved only by a few communities. Here, we explore them all with respect and clarity. But perhaps the most mysterious part of this journey lies in the Gnostic Gospels and the mystical writings discovered in Egypt. The Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, the Gospel of Judas, the Gospel of Philip, and the secret book of John. All texts that offer radically different spiritual perspectives. Not doctrinal replacements, not threats to faith, but historical artifacts that reveal the diversity of early Christian thought. To understand history, we must look at all of it, not just the parts that survived. And then, there are the mysteries, the stories that capture the imagination, the tales whispered across centuries, the questions scholars still debate today. Were the Watchers real? Who were the Nephilim? Did angels descend upon Mount Hermon? What knowledge was forbidden in the book of Enoch? What was Ezekiel truly describing in his visions? What secrets surround the Ark of the Covenant? What creation stories existed before Genesis was written? These episodes will take you to the edge of what history allows and deep into the realms of ancient belief. But here's the promise. Everything we discuss will be done with respect. Respect for Scripture, respect for tradition, respect for your faith. Because the purpose of this channel is not to tear down belief, but to explore the world that shaped it. Imagine traveling through forgotten caves, unrolling thousand-year-old scrolls, brushing dust off manuscripts sealed for centuries, reading words once spoken by prophets, priests, scribes, and early disciples. Imagine understanding Scripture not only as a holy text, but as a book born inside a rich, complex, fascinating world of other writings. Imagine how much deeper your faith might become when you see it in its full historical landscape. That is the journey we offer here at Lost Books Archive. And if something inside you is curious, if your heart feels drawn to uncover the forgotten, if your mind hungers for knowledge that strengthens, not destroys, then this channel was created for you. So before we continue, I invite you, subscribe to Lost Books Archive, turn on the notification bell, and step with us into a world most people never get to see. Every week, we open a new scroll. Every week, we uncover another chapter of sacred history. Every week, we dive deeper into the mysteries that shape the faith of millions. This is more than content. This is a journey. This is an exploration of the human story, the divine story, and the hidden story. Welcome to the Lost Books Archive, where the forgotten becomes known, where the hidden becomes revealed, where ancient voices speak again. Your journey begins now.